Man, I fucking suck. I am a loser. I am a fucking loser. I deserve to get whipped. Alright, I'm gonna chill out. But anyways, let's do a trade recap. It is Thursday. It's January 8th, 2026. First trade of the year, I believe. No. Wait, yeah, no, second trade of the year. 2 L's. Honestly, this one was a terrible, really bad one. Damn, I never did a recap for the first one. Hold on. Anyways, I blew this account, so it was eval anyway, so. Wednesday. Yeah, it was this day. I blew my account yesterday. Or sorry, I took an L yesterday. I lucky did not document it, but it's whatever. We can go over yesterday's first. Or no, we're going over today's first because today was literally a terrible like psychology day. It was like a revenge trade, but anyways, going into the day, I was kind of mixed bias. Wait, was I? No, I really wasn't. I saw us like playing out of this 4 hour. We're still within this 4 hour playing out of it. Yeah. So I was expecting us to just go lower. Maybe take out this low, which is a low that is like within a daily fair value that's already been mitigated. So yeah. Then what did we do off of open? We fucking dumped. We had data highs right here too, so I was expecting that to get taken out. That never got taken out. And then yeah, there was one trade that I could have taken, and I didn't. And this is the trade that ended up causing me to fucking revenge trade and get FOMOs because I was so mad I missed this. But anyways, we can see here. Since open, it's probably easier if you just go into 1 minute. But literally, like since open, we're just absolutely tanking. We're nuking. All right. Here's 9 a.m. open right here. Boom, 9 a.m. open. And then, yeah, what do we do 9 a.m.? So, first off, we've already swept out like this pretty prominent low too. So this trade was more like a mech. We swept out this 4-hour low, hourly, this low too, which really wasn't much, but you can see ES was nowhere near this low. Damn. ES was nowhere near this low. Right here. Yeah, so ES, like this was the low that we were talking about ES. That shit never got hit. So we had this like huge imbalance, like huge dump. And then we had this SMT. So this was more of like a mech. So 9 a.m. opens, and then yeah, we end up sweeping out this low again. So this could be like a stop hunt within that high time frame range. Damn. And then on top of that, what is this also? An SMT involved with another SMT. I'm sorry, I'm not speaking good. I don't know why. But let's get this. This was a stop hunt, and then this was the SMT. Okay, so why was this good? Why was I open to longs? Well, number one, we have this fat dump. We had this fat dump since open, so we had this fat like imbalance range to fill. And then number two, we have a high time frame SMT, and then we kind of get like our PO3, sweeping out this low. It's not really a significant low, but it's SMT. And then it was good enough because ES was still within this 1 minute, which like really isn't that like good, but it was good enough for me. So we have a high time frame SMT inlined, a high time SMT that is also being supported by a lower time frame SMT. And then I remember, because if I go to 3 minute. We had this inversion right here. Boom. You could have had your stop right there. And then we had a 15-minute resting above here. Nice little easy PO3. Some shit I did not take. Yeah, deadass. That was it. And then go back to the 3 minutes. Sorry. Let me remove this. Damn. What are all these lines? Oh yeah. So here is like yeah, the 15-minute gap. Yeah, 15-minute gap. Delete this low. It's right here. You could have just held for like a 1-to-1 TP, and that gets hit too. And then yeah, I ended up not taking this because I deadass went to the bathroom to go brush my teeth, and I low-key wasn't fucking expecting Price to inverse this shit in one. Actually, no. To be honest, I don't know what I'm saying. I think I just took too long. I was brushing my teeth, and I low-key thought like I would be back in time before like this 3-minute close to see if anything happened. And I remember it closed, and I missed my fucking trade. I missed it, and I was so mad, cause dude, this was like easy money, bro. This is probably like the A plus, or like A. What the fuck just happened? This was probably like the A. Like A minus trade of the day. That ended up playing out. We ended up going to that 15-minute. Our draw did get hit. 1-to-1 got hit, so we would have taken profit. So mad. I was super mad. And then I literally got so mad because I think I just wanted to press the buy button. I'm being so dead ass. Like I just wanted to enter in something, you know, like I'm being so serious. I just wanted to enter in something. So, whoa. Oh, I didn't even notice this 5-minute. Okay, I probably would have. I didn't even notice this 5-minute, but to be honest, I guess this was valid. Not. I guess this was. Actually, never mind. I don't think I would have taken that first trade. And then next trade, what was I doing? I literally took this long off of this 5-minute retrace right here. Possibly the dumbest trade ever. Because number one, I was driving, so I really couldn't calculate like my risk or anything. Like I deadass was driving. Damn. This was terrible. Wait, sorry, I'm just now looking at how bad this trade is, bro. But anyways, yeah, we have this 5-minute gap right here. We have this 30-minute right here, still untapped. So 30-minute gap, and then we go to the 3-minute, because I remember I took a 3-minute inversion. We go, we see this 3-minute inversion get inversed, and then I enter right away. 56 point inversion, damn. Yeah, and then I targeted the gap, which is also my stop loss, and then was targeting 1-to-1. This shit got stopped out, and then I ended up blowing my account. This was a terrible trade. Well, okay, so let me go over the reason why I thought this would play out. Because you look on a higher time frame, what have we been doing the entire like London session? We've just been accumulating, and then we finally dumped London manipulation, and then we sweep out some sort of high time frame draw. We're within this hourly draw. So what does this look like? Damn, like it's magnet off. Like I don't know, AMD possibly. So here's like the accumulation, the London accumulation, and then here's that manipulation leg, and then AM. And then I was expecting the distribution to look like something like that, which we had shit distribution. The reason why I thought this would work, we would continue going up, is because usually during like the distribution, we really like anytime I tried to trade against the distribution phase, like for example, this distribution was more bullish. Anytime I tried to take like a short, I was always getting stopped out. But the reason why this was fucking ass was because ES is already like up here. Like look at where ES is. ES is already taking out like open highs and all that shit. Like we're way up here, so it's just very, very, very uncorrelated. To be honest, I don't even know if this first trade was valid too, now that I'm looking at it. But yeah, I bet you if ES was right here, this probably would have played out much better. But you can see for the rest of like New York, we end up just going sideways. We literally don't go up or down, just because the way price is just so uncorrelated. So there was really like no like reason for me to enter this, because you really can't like predict this. You know, this terrible dog shit trade. It was a revenge trade. There was like a good thought process behind it, but just like looking at it, like just looking at both pairs, like this is so ass, dude. ES was moving so ass, but it was the thought process behind it was alright, I guess. But no, not even. It was more of revenge. And then let me go back to motherfucking yesterday. Yesterday I took a loss. 8-7. Yesterday wasn't a bad day, to be honest. Yesterday was like clear as a bullish. We had like this draw up here, and I remember we had this 15-minute gap right here. Boom. Whoopsies. Why does it look like that? I don't know. For my gap. So we had that 15-minute gap right there, and I remember I took like a 3-minute inversion. Yeah, I took this 3-minute inversion, and then boom, took this inversion, and I had my stop at this body, and then I could have targeted that high, because like price was clearly going to that high, which you can see we end up doing that high, or I could have done 1-to-1 with this internal high being my break even. But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't hold for a 1-to-1. I held for like all the way up here, which is sort of like a 2RR. I would give this trade like an A+. You know, it was clear as day, bullish. We can zoom out. This is going a 4-hour. You can zoom out. You can see we have a clear draw. Like there's literally nothing protecting this draw, and it's previous week draw. You can see that we're retracing and then strongly pushing up. So yeah, this really wasn't a bad trade. I gave this like an A+. I think where I messed up was my stop loss. I'm sorry, not I think. Where I messed up for sure was my stop loss. It was way too high. I put it like at this wick, so I entered right here, and I'm sorry, not the wick, at the body. I had it right there at the body, so looking to hold for a 1-to-1. Then we get stopped out immediately. We get stop hunted, dude. But I guess one thing I could have done was just put it at like the halfway point of this wick. So put it like right here, like at the wick, like maybe like right here or some shit, and then extend to a 1-to-1. You still get break even. I'm not gonna lie. Like I remember this candle. I think this entire move down was like all in a 1 minute. And then I'm sorry. This entire move down happened in like 30 seconds. You still get break even, but what kind I've also done is because one thing I noticed like with these like 3-minute or higher inversions is usually when it takes like more than one candle, it'll sometimes just like retrace first instead of going up. So this took like 3 candles, and they weren't like the best displacing candles too. So I could have expected more of like a retrace. You know, I could have put it like where there was this gap right here, so I probably could have put it at this gap right here, or I could have probably put it at the fair value gap, we inverse. But let's just say you put it at this gap. Could have held for like a 1-to-1, just like a little bit above it, a little bit above like our guaranteed target of the low-hanging fruit, and that would have played out. Rather than today's trade, you can see 3-minute. We're not 3-minute good. So rather than today's trade where it's like a really strong displacing candle, and then yeah, it inverses the gap in one candle. What is it? 55-point candle. Usually I wouldn't mind keeping my stop right here at the body, and also just entering right away, because usually I don't really see these candles like getting retraced. I don't really see price. Like I don't really. I've noticed price whenever this type of fat inversion happens, it just runs up. which we kind of did right there. We did have a little chop right here, but for example, let's go back to yesterday's trade. Took more than one candle. This fair value gap really wasn't the biggest fair value gap, so really should have been like a easy displacement. Wasn't easy displacement. We could see we had this fat wick here and this wick right there. I'm not gonna lie, this really isn't bad displacement. The last candle was a bad displacement. It's just this wick that threw me off right there. So yeah, I could have expected like a little bit like more of a retrace. So for example, so here is price, and we boom, sweep liquidity, boom, and then if this is the gap that we have to inverse, and then boom, it takes us, we inverse it, instead of it being a strong inverse where this leg right here is all the way up here, could have just put a limit right there, and then yeah. But 2 losses of the week. First trade really wasn't a bad trade. I think it was just proper, like, I'm sorry, wasn't a bad trade idea, you know. It was just like terrible management. And then you go to the second trade. Dude, that was just terrible psychology. Like, I really don't know why I was just angry. I think like I was angry because like these past like few weeks I've been like back testing hard. I've been trying to like go over my journal and see what I've been doing wrong. And then the thing about this is like I can't even like, it was pretty obvious what was wrong. So I don't even know like if this is worth journaling. Like for like technical analysis, this is a good journal for like a terrible psychological day. I really just wanted to be right today, and I don't know why, but yeah, fucking paid the price, lost a fat grand. I don't remember if it was a grand or two, because I was fucking driving, bro. I was driving. I literally saw the inversion. I didn't even calculate how much I'm supposed to put in. I just had it automatically set at 15 micros, pressed buy. All I remember was my TP was like 1.5k. But yeah, I don't remember what my stop was because I kind of just dragged it and I was on the fucking freeway. But yeah, we lost it all. Oh wait, I can check. It was like 1.3k I lost. But yeah, fucking paid the price today.